What's up, fight fans? Today, Islam Makhachev is on the edge of either greatness or a shocking upset. Many people think Jack Della Maddalena could surprise the world at UFC 322. We'll also talk about what Islam said about Ilia Topuria and why Khabib believes that fight could be even bigger than John Jones versus Alex Pereira. Dana White is hyped and says he's ready to make that super fight happen. John Jones just dropped a wild promo teasing a potential fight at the White House, and Alex Pereira fired back at Khamzat Chimaev. We also have some funny behind-the-scenes moments. Aiden Ross got roasted by the Dagestani crew, and Ariel Helwani went after Ali Abdulaziz for putting Aiden to sleep on livestream. So, let's get into it. Soon, at Madison Square Garden, Islam Makhachev will try to dethrone the king of the welterweight division. At UFC 322, he has a chance to tie Anderson Silva's legendary record of 16 straight UFC wins. But here's the twist: Jack Della Maddalena isn't an easy opponent. Some fans believe he could survive Islam's pressure, and Israel Adesanya even suggested Jack might knock Makhachev out.
Jack in this fight with Islam, he's gonna have to overwhelm him with punishment on the feet. And then when he shoots, because he has to shoot, Islam's not gonna want to stand with Jack. He's gonna stand with him, but he's gonna realize, I need to shoot because this is where I'm supposed to win, or I'm better at supposedly. I'm not trying to count Islam out, but I just know Jack. I know when Jack keeps getting up, it's gonna be a problem, and Islam's gonna be forced to strike. And when he's forced to strike with Jack, he's gonna get hurt. That's where I'm at in this fight. And Islam, I think, is the best of the Dagestanis, one of the best fighters in history, one of the most efficient. I do think, Islam, I'm not disrespecting, I think Islam will be able to get him down. What? For how long? Yeah, in this fight, not just because it's Anzac United, I really think that Jack Della Maddalena has the skills to stifle Islam's game and be able to just put it on the feet and knock him out. Might be second round, might be third, but we'll see. Tune in and find out.
Alexander Volkanovski knows a lot about fighting Islam. His advice: don't go to the ground, stay standing. That's Islam's world. Volkanovski joked that Islam has probably been wrestling since he could walk, and he's not wrong.
Got a lot of respect for Islam, great dude, would love to train with him eventually. But right now, Aussie, right? It's simple, right? Jack's great on the ground, but we don't want it to go to the ground. Even though Jack's good there, that's Islam's world. That's all he does 24/7. Since he was walking, like literally, so he's probably wrestling before he started walking. That's how long these guys have been doing this for. Do we want to go there? Be okay with the scrambles if you're comfortable enough in the scrambles, and keep that urgency and use your weight and hopefully wear on him. Obviously, I was able to tire him from all them little scrambles. Can Jack be effective where he can burn him there, take the gas away? Again, if he's going to be complacent in the wrestling and then wait till he's on his back to build up, you're not going to tire Islam there. But Jack is going to understand, I ain't even letting you try to get this on the floor. I'm going to try and beat you on the feet. I'm going to keep you away. I'm going to have nice strong hips. I'm going to be very stubborn on the feet, stubborn on the wrestling. If it goes down, stubborn to build myself back up. And he's, again, great grappler as well. So he can definitely do that.
Islam also has an incredible team led by Khabib, plus a ton of experience himself. It's hard to imagine him spending 5 rounds trying to prove something on the feet against one of the best strikers in the division. If he succeeds, he'll be one step away from making UFC history. Islam is confident that once he wins his second belt, he'll defend it more times than Kamaru Usman, who defended his title 5 times. Islam's story is far from over, and knowing him, the best chapters are still ahead. But fans shouldn't forget that Maddalena is coming in fully prepared. Islam isn't the same beast when his opponent has a complete camp, as one ex-user, HeyJive, pointed out.
To be talking about this, but it's a pretty big deal, and I think you'd be stupid to overlook it. This isn't to hate on Islam because he can't control it, but this dude has benefited heavily from his opponent stepping in on short notice. Look at Islam's record. He's got 4 first-round finishes in his last 7 fights. All 4 of those first-round finishes, his opponent took it on very short notice. And Hooker had 30 days notice, but he took the fight 5 days after he went 15 minutes with Nasrat Haqparast. This dude was not prepared. Bobby Green took the fight on 10 days notice and had fought 2 weeks before he fought Islam. Not prepared at all. Volkanovski took the fight on 11 days notice, off the couch, wasn't even in camp. He looked fat as Moicano took the fight on 24 hours notice. Going into this fight, the fact that Jack has a full camp to prepare for Islam is kind of a big deal. Volk on a full camp in the first fight took Islam to a decision and had an argument to win. Dustin Poirier took him to the 5th round, had him bloodied up, all while having a broken rib, a torn ACL, and a broken nose. Maybe it won't matter, and this is not me telling you to bet on Jack Della Maddalena, but I'm just saying, I think it will play a factor.
In a recent interview, Dustin Poirier shared his prediction for Makhachev versus Maddalena. Dustin knows exactly what Islam brings to the cage, having felt it himself. But he warned it could get tough if Islam can't control Jack on the ground.
Anderson, incredible what he did, but if Islam does it and moving up in weight to do it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you could sit here.
Winning by decision would be incredible, you know, but if he goes out there and finishes him and makes that, like, I'm here, you know, I'm finishing the best welterweight in the world, you know, we'll see what he does.
Jack Della Maddalena isn't worried about size advantages. In a recent interview with ESPN's Brett Okamoto, Jack said he's been preparing for a strong, fully built version of Islam.
The body transformation for him, right? I mean, were you curious? Was there anything like in particular that you were looking for? Like, where is he at in this? Or does he look comfortable in the weight? Does he look as fast as the weight? Like, do you break him down to that kind
Not
of
really. We've sort of this whole camp, since knowing Makhachev was going to come up, we believed he's going to be a big, strong welterweight. I don't believe I'm going to have a big weight advantage, to be honest. I think he's just going to be more filled out.
John Onyx shared who he still thinks is the best fighter on the planet.
I'm fascinated by the betting line, if you can't tell. I don't understand why it's so demonstrably wide. But Islam deserves his flowers. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you don't lose your pound-for-pound #1 status outside of the octagon. So for me, he's still the king until proven otherwise.
Islam recently said he wants to face Ilia Topuria in 2026, calling it a super fight for the ages. If both keep winning, this fight could shake up the entire UFC.
Duck anything. I know you're down to fight anybody. So why didn't Ilia and you happen ever? Or do you think it'll ever happen, like, eventually? Or if it does, whatever?
It can happen. Like, easy, maybe, like, biggest fight.
I think it'll be the biggest fight.
Biggest fight,
Yeah.
everybody know. And I also want. And I think next year is the best time.
Khabib also believes that a Topuria versus Makhachev fight would be bigger than Jones versus Pereira. On the latest episode of Weighing In, he said as much.
Our biggest fight in history on our team is coming. Islam gonna fight for the second belt, you know. This is what we call father's plan, you know. And I think I'm doing good. I'm doing not bad. Everybody winning, everybody on top, and it will be beautiful things when next week Islam will win welterweight title in Madison Square Garden Arena. It's biggest arena in the world, you know, and we're fighting for the second belt, and you know, I can't wait and for this legacy fight, and I really believe Islam can make this history.
Dana White agrees that a fight between Topuria and Makhachev is possible. He says he's completely open to making that super fight happen.
What about Topuria and Islam? Could that fight happen?
Yep, that can happen too.
I'd like to see that fight.
I think everybody wants to see that fight, including Topuria and Islam. So,
Dana White is amazed by how Khabib's father's dream came true. He said it's rare to see a plan play out so perfectly.
I'd had this plan where Khabib would win, be dominant, and then he would step down and Islam would slide in. And it actually played out exactly the way his dad said it would, which never happens, ever. Right? You go to any gym in the world, they'll tell you this guy's going to be the world champion. Not only did his dad say that his son would be, he said that Islam would be too.
Right.
And he was absolutely right.
Completely, yeah. How often does that happen?
Right.
Not usually.
We roll into New York on Saturday, and Islam is actually moving up a weight class to win another belt and another.
Islam was recently asked which UFC fighter should come to Dagestan for a few years of training.
Give you a fighter's name, and you have to tell me whether you think that they have to spend 2-3 years in Dagestan. Conor McGregor.
Conor, no, not allowed. Sean Brady, no. He don't have to come. Machado, yeah, he have to spend some time in Dagestan. Paddy Pimblett, he have to live in Dagestan to learn how to wrestle. Latapuro, like our neighbor. Chandler, yeah, for cardio, he have to come. Camaro Kamaru is already been there. Leon Edwards, who was training in AKA before, he can come. Magdalena, it's good area for him. Welcome.
During a recent press day, Islam and Jack were asked about Daniel Cormier. Islam laughed and made a joke.
Some beef with DC. You're always calling him fat, lazy.
DC, you have to follow diet, man. You're so fat now. When you last time in the gym, man, why you show like this?
Why you go so hard on DC?
Because he's my brother. I take care of him. The weights, it's not good for you, you know.
Now you've had some shots at DC as well. Do you think you guys could get along on that?
Yeah, I respect DC. Obviously a champion. It's pretty funny seeing those two go back and forth.
We want to invite him to Dagestan, give him the good food, organic food, our traditional khinkal.
He just needs to drop a bit of weight.
You have to be in shape because this guy tough, still tough. He can make some wrestling match, some grappling match, you know, make some money.
He wants to see him back in shape.
Moments later, a clip surfaced showing Islam playfully trolling DC during training while Khabib held him down. Classic Dagestani humor.
Подождите, Аджи под пресс попадает.
Sorry, I can't. You need help? Come get him. Help? Yeah, get him. Go, police.
What year in your fighting career was best?
2018, double champ.
2018, it was my best year too. Who was better?
I was better, but you know what's the best? When you retire, you talk. Right when you leave the octagon, you say, DC, I love you, brother.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, DC. I love you, brother.
Last words in the octagon. DC,
Shut up. I have to
love
check.
you, brother.
I have to check this.
Yes,
I will check. Okay. No. After I'm
DC,
gonna.
I love you, brother.
I never say this.
I swear you say this.
DC, I love you, brother. This is great. Why this guy bring me like this? Honestly, I don't like.
Streamer Aiden Ross recently spoke about the viral moment when Khabib pressed him at the gym during a live stream. Aiden said he wasn't mad and didn't even know it was on camera. Things got even funnier when Khabib and the Dagestani crew started roasting him, joking about his shorts. All in good fun. Classic Dagestani humor.